Continuation of the reading of the book Meditation Made Easy from Lorin Roche. And now another technique he proposes is the sight, using the sight for your meditation. How it works. Special cells in your retina contains molecules that respond to light waves pulsing in the range of about 400 trillion to 800 trillion times a second. Your brain translates these informations into the experience of color, texture, depth, shape, and motion. A great deal of the brain is devoted to visual processing. Explore. Let your gaze wander around the room or area you are in right now. Notice how effortlessly the eyes move. Release the eyes from any control and just let them move wherever they want. Salute the sight. Let your eyes move around and then alight on some color that calls you. Allow your eyes to rest on the color. The eyes may move, but they can also feel at ease. Ask yourself, what colors of sight do I crave right now? Would you like to be in Tahiti, looking out over the ocean, in a forest or in the mountains, looking at the body of your lover? Let images stream through your mind's eye if you like. There is sometimes the sensation of being touched by light when the light is right and the mood is right. Be alert for subtle sensations in the eyes as you notice your reaction to color. Now let your eyes move around and alight on some texture of the visual world. Texture is the surface of the objects you are seeing. Choose a texture that appeals to you and be aware of it for half a minute. Do the same with the depth of field. Notice that you can tell how much empty space is between you and all the objects you see. Notice the empty space there between you and the objects you are seeing. Become aware of your peripheral vision. Rest the eyes on some spot in front of you, and with the peripheral vision, see to the left and to the right, above and below. Notice the elements of shape in the objects you are seeing, and if the objects are moving or static, how they sit in space. You can also exercise meditation through hearing. Sit in a place where there is a sound you like, perhaps the sound of a fountain or a bird, or sit where you are and listen to the sound of life around you. Whether it's distant traffic, kids playing in the yard, the television in the next room, or some walking back and forth above you. After listening with the eyes open for a minute or two, close the eyes and continue listening. Let yourself keep track of what is going on and notice the three-dimensionality of sound. If you have two functional ears, you can locate noise in all directions, including up and down. Begin to pay attention to the relative quiet between sounds, if there is any. If not, then notice the space between you and the source of the sounds. You can usually tell by listening how far away the source of the sound is. Put your attention in the ears themselves, and be awake there, listening and feeling. This is very easier if the sounds around you are not too loud. Salute the sensing. Let one or both of your hands move as if you were gesturing in a conversation, but let the movement be very slow. Now, Close your eyes and continue, noticing not only the sensations in your arms and hands, but those all over around your body. Let the movements gradually become slower and slower until you are moving so slowly that even you can't tell if you are moving or not. Stand with the eyes closed and swing your arms from side to side. Move with vigor and enthusiasm, and then slow down gradually. Notice how you detect movement. Notice how it makes you feel, how it changes your mood. Still standing there with eyes closed, know where your joints are in space. You can tell instantly. Simply notice that you know where your joints and limbs are. Salute to balance. You can sit with eyes closed. Tilt your head very slightly one way and then to the other, left, then right. Notice the sense that informs you when your head is at a certain line, center line. Let your movements be tiny, a fraction of an inch. After you get used to the small head movements, explore doing tiny spiral and circular motions around where the center is, around where perfect vertical is. There is an exquisite feeling right at this vertical. You can sense this if you are moving slowly enough. Continue to play with being off center, then falling upwards, towards center. Look to one side, back to the center. Look to the other side, back to the center. All senses meditation. In this exercise, sit or stand anywhere you like and let yourself get in for a minute. Do any settling down movements that you want, stretch or yawn. Then notice the ebb and the flow of your breathing. Begin to speak softly, saying, "Now I am aware of seeing." Continue by saying whatever comes to mind that is visual, whether it is an outer word or a mental image. The sentence can be said very slowly. Now I am aware of seeing a car. When you get to the word seeing, say whatever image your mind or eyes are on at that exact moment. I am aware of seeing the rain. Switch to another sensory mode. Now I am aware of smelling a flower. And say whatever you are smelling. Continue this way, starting each sense with now I am aware of seeing. Now I am aware of smelling. Now I am aware of hearing. Now I am aware of tasting. Now I am aware of touching. Now I am aware of moving. Now I am aware of balance. All this exercise will make you feel like at home. And there's another exercise for that. To begin the feeling at home, exercise for meditation, ask yourself, when have I felt really at home? Really at home in myself. Call up an experience and breath with it for a few minutes there. When did I felt really at home in myself? That's all. The following paragraphs are meditation induction, meant to be read slowly. They are repetitive because the process is one of calling forth an experience, breathing with it, then let it go, and shift into a different aspect of the experience and breathing with that. Set your mind free to wander over your life experience and recall instances when you have felt very, very comfortable. Anywhere, anytime, under any conditions. If you like, get some paper and jot down all the times you can think on when you felt at home in yourself, in your body, in the world, or in your heart. A brief reminder, a couple of words, not a text. Soak in it with all your senses. As each impression and each aspect of the experience comes to mind, let it also come to your senses and your body. Let yourself see with your mind's eye what you saw, feel, what you felt, hear, what you heard, smell, what you smelled, taste, what you tasted. If one of your memories of being at home is standing on the shore, there is the smell of the salt air, the sound of the surf, wind, and the seagulls, the wetness of the spray on your face, the brilliance of the sun, or the gray of the clouds. Perhaps you recall a time when you walked for hours in the mountains. When you are feeling at home, how do your eyes work? When you are at home, how do you experience sound? How does the skin feel? Recalling an experience brings up the way your brain and sensory nervous system and breath functions when you are in that experience. When you associate that with your breathing, now, today, it alerts your brain. Let meditation be just as friendly as inviting. Always give yourself leisure time at the end of a meditation session. Allow about 3 minutes. This getting out time is important as the meditation itself. It is your sig into an action. And the whole point of meditation is to carry the relaxed attentiveness into action. You become aware that you are going to end the meditation soon. Then you do nothing. You just coast. Toward the end of the getting out time, make a little movements. Open your eyes a little. Open your eyes and simply sit there for half a minute. I recommend that people make up their own closing rituals, using hand and arm gestures. For example, slowly open the arms wide, then bringing them into the hands, are over the heart. Then again, open your arms and bring the hands in the rest of your belly. Learn to appreciate a very slow movement here, slower than you've ever made before. So, know that you can get up out of meditation at the dead run if you should ever have to, but don't do it unless you have to. So that was the first part of this technique for using your senses to meditate. So you see that it's not to be quiet, but it's to feel, to sense your senses.